Picture this. You come home after a long day, drop your shoes at the door, and within seconds, your dog swoops in, grabs one, and bolts across the room like it's carrying treasure stolen from a museum. Suddenly, you're chasing a wagging tail that's proudly dragging your favorite sneaker, and you're left wondering, why shoes? Why not the ball, the chew toy, or literally anything else? Well, let's dive into the quirky, funny, and fascinating reasons why dogs have such a thing for footwear. First, let's address the obvious, the smell. To us, our shoes smell, let's be polite and say, less than fresh. But to dogs, that sweaty, earthy odor is like a personal signature. Dogs have up to 300 million scent receptors in their noses compared to our measly 6 million. What smells gross to us is basically a love letter to them. Your shoes are soaked in your scent, sweat, skin cells, and everything you've walked through all day. To a dog, that shoe is like an encyclopedia of you. It tells them where you've been, who you've met, and maybe even what you had for lunch. In other words, your sneakers are basically your dog's favorite biography. Then there's the texture. Think about it. Shoes are chewy, soft in some places, tough in others, perfect for gnawing. Puppies especially are drawn to shoes because they're teething. Just like human babies chew on toys, puppies chew on shoes to soothe their gums. And shoes offer a variety. Laces to tug, rubber soles to bite, leather to chew. It's like an all-in-one doggy amusement park. Sure, you see ruined sneakers, but your dog sees an exciting adventure playground. Now let's get into psychology. Dogs are natural scavengers and hoarders. In the wild, their ancestors would collect bones, sticks, or other treasures to stash in their dens. Shoes fit right into this instinct. To your pup, stealing your shoe isn't just play. It's a way of saying, this is valuable, I'll keep it safe. Ironically, safe often means hidden under the couch, behind the curtains, or worse, in the backyard mud. But shoes aren't just fun to chew or stash, they're also comforting. Dogs are social animals that bond deeply with their humans. When you're gone, they get anxious. What helps? Something drenched in your scent. Shoes provide a piece of you that they can cuddle, lick, or guard. Think of it as a fuzzy, four-legged version of someone hugging your partner's hoodie when they're away. Your dog isn't being naughty, it's being sentimental. Of course, there's also the attention factor. Dogs are brilliant at figuring out what gets a reaction from us. If every time your pup steals a shoe, you gasp, chase, and try to grab it back, guess what? That becomes the most exciting game ever. To your dog, this isn't theft, it's playtime. Shoes are special because they guarantee a performance. A chew toy doesn't make you jump up and sprint across the living room. A sneaker does. So stealing shoes becomes the canine equivalent of hitting the jackpot at the slot machine. Now, not all dogs are equal when it comes to shoe thievery. Some breeds are more prone to it than others. Retrievers, for example, were literally bred to carry things in their mouths. Shoes just happen to be conveniently portable. Terriers, with their mischievous streaks, may see shoes as prey to conquer. Herding breeds might drag them around as if they're rounding up sheep. And let's not forget the tiny lap dogs, who may not need the exercise but still love the drama of a good shoe heist. But here's the kicker. Sometimes dogs steal shoes simply because they're bored. Dogs are intelligent creatures, and without enough stimulation, they'll make their own fun. Shoes are easy targets. They're accessible, forbidden, and dramatic. Chewing shoes relieves stress, entertains them, and fills the time until you're ready to play. Think of it as their version of scrolling on social media when you're bored. So, what can you do if your pup is a shoe thief? The good news is this behavior is normal. It just needs redirection. Here's some vet-approved, dog-lover-tested strategies. Keep your shoes out of reach. Obvious, yes, but you'd be surprised how many orders leave their sneakers right by the door like an open buffet. Provide alternatives. Chew toys, bones, or puzzle feeders can keep them busy and satisfy that urge to gnaw. Swap, don't snatch. If your dog has your shoe, trade it for something they're allowed to chew. That way they learn what's okay without feeling punished. Tire them out. A bored dog is a destructive dog. Walks, playtime, and training sessions burn energy and reduce the need for shoe draw. Reward the right behavior. Praise and treats when they choose toys over shoes reinforce good decisions. And remember, don't chase unless you want to reinforce the game. If you make shoe stealing a high-speed chase, your dog will keep doing it because, hey, who doesn't love a game of tag? But let's also embrace the humor here. Dogs stealing shoes is one of those universal pet owner experiences. It's messy, sometimes frustrating, but also hilarious. That guilty face when you catch them mid-chew, the way they freeze like, uh-oh, busted, or the pride when they parade around with a sandal dangling from their mouth. It's pure comedy gold. It's also a reminder of how deeply they're connected to us. They don't care about fashion, they care about us. Our shoes just happen to be the smelliest, most accessible part of that bond. There's even a sweet side to it. Dogs often target the shoes of the person they love the most. If your pup consistently steals your sneakers but ignores everyone else's, congratulations, you're the chosen one. Your dog's weird little habit is actually a love letter disguised as slobber and chewed laces. At the end of the day, dogs don't care about brands, price tags, or style. To them, a $200 pair of Jordans and a pair of old flip-flops are equally fascinating. Shoes represent comfort, fun, and connection. And if you're a dog, what more could you ask for? So next time you catch your pup trotting off with your sneakers, take a breath, laugh a little, maybe snap a picture for the family chat, and then gently guide them back toward a toy that won't cost you another trip to the shoe store. Because in the end, dogs stealing shoes isn't about bad behavior. It's about love, instinct, and a little bit of mischief. And honestly, isn't that what makes them so lovable in the first place? So here's the real question. Will you keep chasing your dog every time they nab your shoe, or will you learn to see it for what it really is, a quirky expression of love? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wiseuse for more funny and fascinating pet stories that dig deeper into the tales behind animal behavior.